Product Playbook Bootcamp. Y'all, I have been planning this for some time now. Super excited to offer you guys a 3-day experience where you'll be able to learn, network, and grow as entrepreneurs. One thing that I am very passionate about when it comes to entrepreneurship is networking, getting in the room, and maximizing your potential. Taking whatever you have right now, 10 times in it, times in it by 10, right? So we are super excited to have each and every one of you guys who are here. Congratulations first on getting in the room. Super excited to see you guys. Hey, just wanted to stop in real quick to let you guys know that the Product Playbook Bootcamp workbook is officially on sale. Those of you guys who weren't able to join this bootcamp live, you do have the opportunity to purchase the workbook that goes along with all of the free trainings that I'll be posting over the next month, you guys. Make sure you guys go through, select the link in our bio, and grab your copy for only $37. This workbook is a 30-plus page in-depth planner workbook that's going to help you maximize 2023 and beyond. So what's included? You have a high-level business plan template. You have an exclusive Q1 spreadsheet planner via Google Sheets. If you're all over the place, you don't know how to plan your year, don't know how to plan your quarter, this spreadsheet planner is going to help you eliminate a lot of stress. You have an evergreen marketing planner. You have a content and photo shoot planner. You also have a marketing campaign / launch planner included here too. This is a digital downloadable file. So as soon as you purchase it, it will be sent directly to your email. Let's jump back into the free masterclass. Have joined us. All right, Enticing T. Yes. Can you make sure that you are on mute for me?
Okay.
All right. So like I said, super excited to see each and every one of you guys here. Let me actually go through and refresh this because some of my icons aren't showing up. So let's refresh the screen and then we'll jump back into it. All right, waiting for it to refresh. Present. All right, let's jump into it. So I am super excited, like I said, that each and every one of you guys have decided to not only invest in yourself, but take time out of your busy day, right? We have Ophira here. She holding the baby. She is making sure she get these gems, and I love that for her. That is pure dedication, and I know that she is ready to jumpstart her year. So you guys are in the right place. If you are ready to launch, if you are ready to rebrand, and if you are ready to restructure your businesses, right? So if you are a current or aspiring e-commerce business owner who desires to, like I said, launch, grow, or restructure your business organically without paid marketing, you are at the right place at the right time. You are also at the right place at the right time if you are ready to build an organic following, which means that you ain't trying to be out here spending a lot of money on ads. You're not trying to be out here spending a lot of money on influencer marketing. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to plan and maximize your year through a strategy called organic marketing. Next thing is you are here. You are at the right place at the right time if you are ready to gain consistent sales and engagement. Go ahead and give me a 1 in the chat if you are like, I am ready to go through and get every single thing that I know that is available to me. All right, perfect. Love to see the ones, right? You are worried that you don't have what it takes to build a brand that really resonates with your target audience in an effort to get traffic, build loyal customers, and to go through and drive awareness. So let's hop into it. So welcome you guys to the Product Playbook Bootcamp. This is presented to you guys by myself and also Her Hustle Academy. Like I said, we've been putting so much effort and so much work on the back end just to make sure that you guys have an amazing 3-day experience. So I'm super excited that each and every one of you guys are here. So a couple expectations is try to get rid of any distractions. So go ahead and put your phone on Do Not Disturb, close out any unrelated browser tabs. Go ahead and put the kids to bed. Go ahead and get them a little melatonin for the night. Go ahead and make sure you have your notebooks, right? So note takers are money makers. Note takers are money makers. So if you don't have your notebook already, I don't know, right? We have to make sure that we are note taking. So all presentations and replays will be sent to those of you guys who are VIP only. If you are general, you still do have an opportunity to join us inside of VIP. All you have to do is click the link. We'll send you over all the materials and all the replays that we've gone through and done so far. Please make sure you keep yourself on mute because there is a very annoying echo sound that'll go off, and we want to make sure that the replay is in good condition so anyone who's not joining us will be able to go through and join. Also, over the next 3 days, I want you to promise me that you're going to give me 110%. Promise me that you're going to go through, and I want you to put more effort in these next 3 days than you have all year in your business. I want you to give me 110% because I'm coming with the energy and I'm coming with the gems, right? So I need you guys to go through and do the same for me. Kyra said she promises. We love that, Kyra. Awesome. All right, so this is our little table of contents. This is how tonight is going to go through and rock and roll. So in tonight's training, we are going to be discussing how to prepare your business for 2023 and beyond. The same information that I'm giving you tonight is the same information you're going to use quarter after quarter after quarter, year after year after year, and month after month. So this training is going to help you maximize and prepare your business to jumpstart it for the new year. One thing that has really allowed me to see multiple six figures in all of my businesses is the factor of just planning. Taking a plan, writing it down, and actually executing on the information. So we're going to take an in-depth look at your business's action and business plans for the year, for the quarter, and for the month. So we're going to get started with just doing a slight introduction. We're going to go through and discuss the importance of planning. I'm going to be talking to you guys about plans versus strategies. We'll be talking about annual plans. We're going to talk about quarterly plans. We're going to talk about monthly plans. I'm going to give you guys an entire schedule that you are going to follow every single year, every single month, every single quarter. That's going to allow you to know when these plans should be done. We'll also be talking about a quarterly planning system. And then I'll be teaching you guys the 5-step framework for building out a 1-page quarter plan. And we'll also be going through and giving y'all some homework. Cheers for the homework. The VIP ladies love their homework from last night. So I am super excited to give you guys some more homework that you can go through and take as well. All right, let's move forward. So hey y'all, hey, I am Troyia Monay. I am your coach. I help women just like you launch, grow, and scale profitable e-commerce businesses through structure and through strategy. The reason why structure and strategy is so important to me is because y'all, even though I have a background in PR and marketing, I was all over the place when I first started my business. The marketing was on point, but girl, the back end was looking real crazy, right? The finances were all over the place. So I want to make sure that you guys avoid the mistakes that I made when I first started my business, because I want you to do it through structure. I want you to do it through strategy. I want you to make sure that you are organized. The VIP ladies just received a really, really, really exclusive Q1 planner that's going to really make sure that they are organized through the duration of their session or through the duration of their year. So like I said, I am the leading instructor over at Her Hustle Academy, where I teach my 3-step formula called Launch 360 to help my customers build structure in strategic product-based businesses without burning out and also without spinning their wheels. So just a little bit more about me and how I got started in e-commerce. Those of you guys who have maybe just stumbled upon this training. I'm a graduate of Florida A&M University. Go Rattlers. I have my Bachelor's of Science in Public Relations and Marketing. After I graduated from Florida A&M, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was just telling the VIP ladies yesterday, I wanted to, I guess, be a flight attendant, even though I'm scared of planes, because I had no backup plan. I graduated school, didn't have a job lined up. So I went through and did an interview with Frontier Airlines, got the position. And as I'm leaving the airport to head back home to Tampa, I get a call from Small Girls PR, which is the top public relations agency for direct to consumer brands. And there I was able to gain so much exposure while being in New York, right? I worked for brands like DoorDash. I worked for Modsy. I worked for Betsy Johnson, Olay, GE Lighting, Planet Fitness, and so much other brands. And throughout my stay in New York City, you guys, I experienced depression like no other, right? I had just graduated from college. 2 months after graduating, I moved to New York City in this big town. I'm a small town girl from Florida where all my parents are in at least about 30 minutes to an hour radius. So it was very lonely, especially when the cold winter months hit. So that's when I decided I have to find an outlet. My parents spent so much money for me to move to New York. I had so many people backing me on my move to New York. I'm like, I can't just let everyone else down. I was thinking about everyone else and I wasn't thinking about myself, right? So I went through and I'm like, I have to do something to get my mind off of this. So that is how my brand Wanted Wardrobe was born. It was literally an outlet to get me out of this funk, get me out of that depression. And something that was once an outlet has allowed me to see multiple six figures within my business. And I've only been doing it for 2 years. And I feel like the thing that really set me apart, the thing that really gave me that push and that drive is that I was willing to bet on myself. And that's something I really want you guys to do is you have to bet on yourself. One thing I heard this morning, I was listening to my coach. She was on Instagram Live, and I said, I have to share this with the ladies tonight. And she said, I can teach you every single thing in the world. But if you don't have the mindset to achieve it, and if you don't have the confidence to do what I'm telling you to do, nothing that I tell you matters. So I really want you guys to make sure that we're building a strong mindset. We're building a strong confidence, because it really doesn't matter what I teach you if you don't have those two things, right? So during tonight's webinar, I'll be teaching you guys how I generated 5 figures as a newly e-commerce business owner, using my signature formula, Launch 360, to help entrepreneurs just like you save time, save money while building the business that you guys are dreaming of. So like I said, when I first started my business, I had no idea what I was doing. I was spending too much time on YouTube University trying to educate myself on how to build a brand. And that came with me losing hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to build out systems and strategies that really didn't make sense for my brand. That also caused me to launch without a proper foundation. I always tell you guys, I did not launch with a business plan. I did not launch with a plan. I'm really great at marketing. I'm really great at content, but you have to make sure that there's a plan to match those strategies. I was a car salesman. I was out here selling to customers, and I was not necessarily building a storyline to actually connect them emotionally. And I didn't know how to actually sell a lifestyle instead of going through and selling products. And like I was telling the VIP ladies earlier, is I wasn't considering my target audience. Anything Troyia wanted to have and wanted wardrobe, Troyia had it, right? I was shopping for myself, and I wasn't necessarily shopping for my target audience. So that's something I really want you guys to make sure that you do as well, is the brand is not about you. The brand is about your audience. So this is my life right now, y'all. We are lit. We lit, right? So I have consistently made 5 figures in all of my businesses for the past year, 2 years. I've been able to quit my 9-to-5 in February of 2021. I was making only $36,000 in New York City, which is nothing, to now making over $250,000 consistently since quitting my 9-to-5. Hard work, dedication, that mindset shift allowed me to purchase my dream car. And I've helped hundreds of women, just like you guys, launch, grow, and scale their e-commerce businesses organically, right? So super excited for tonight's training. If I can do it, y'all can do it too. My friends always tell me that. Like if Troyia, if you can do it, anybody can do it, because you are not supposed to be an entrepreneur. So here we are today, super excited about that. So tonight, I'm going to teach you guys how to prepare for 2023. So you too can have consistent 5-figure launches without paid marketing. So let's hop into it. 2023 is going to be all of you guys. It's how many people are in here? All 121 of you guys. This is going to be your most profitable year ever. Give me some action in the chat. Give me some hype. Give me some buzz. We making money next year, y'all. And I'm going to help you make sure that you make the money. Yes, we love it. Candace said yes. Let's see. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Tracy says yes. Awesome. Love it, love it, love it. All right, y'all, let's get started. So before we get started, I have to make a disclaimer. Have to go through and make a disclaimer. The work doesn't work unless you work. And how my mama them say it, the work don't work unless you work it, right? We have to go through and make sure that we execute on the information given to us. It does not work unless you work it. So we are going to start with the first section of tonight's training, the importance of planning in business. I'm going to be breaking down to you guys why it's actually important to make sure that you have a plan in the first place. There's a difference between planning and there's a difference between understanding why you're planning. So we're going to go through and break that down right now. So I want to ask you first a question. How often do you include time to business plan in your daily schedule? Let's be honest in the chat. How often are we incorporating time? Shemeka says not enough. Jada says not too much. Avery says rarely. All right. Shanice says not often. All right. All right. Talina says she's lacking. All right. Cheryl says not enough. All right. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Sade says finding myself always picking it up, but I'm lost. All right. This training is going to help you. All right. Audra says very rarely. All right, cool. So this training is for all of y'all, right? We all lack it in the planning department. So super excited to continue to move forward. So there is no work around it. There is no work around it. Planning in business is essential to success. When your brand has a planning process and a plan to follow, you're better equipped to prepare your business for the future. Business plans, action plans, and strategies create a focus for you as the leader of the brand, right? Planning helps a business identify its goals, prepare for the future, and really allow you to consider where you are now versus where you want to be. Some of us don't even know where we are now. So how are we going to figure out where we want to be, right? We have to make sure that there's a plan in place for us to identify our goals. I feel like a lot of us, our goals are sitting up here. God didn't create our brain to be a folder, right? He didn't create our brain to hold all this information. It's time for us to get it out and put it on paper so we actually have something to follow. So these are the three things that I feel like are the most important aspects as it relates to planning that business owners don't think about. Of course, planning is important because we want to figure out things that are going on the back end. We want to figure out, things that are going on as far as our finances, things like that. But I feel like these are three things that are really important, right? So business planning is going to really help you focus on what's important, right? When you go through the planning process, it allows you to decide what's important in your business. This is going to be super helpful when it comes to the day-to-day grind. Somebody let me know inside of the chat where you're working on your business and you don't even know what to work on. How many of that has happened to y'all? You sit down, you got your computer open, you don't even know where to start. And guess what? That means that you don't have a plan. All of y'all saying me. I done been there before too, right? We sitting there, we like, okay, I'm gonna get some work done. I'm motivated, I'm pumped up. You open your computer, you don't even know where to start, right? So we want to make sure that we have a planning process so we can understand what to do on that day-to-day. So business planning is also going to encourage you to think creatively, right? Big goals also require big thinking, right? So we want to make sure that we're thinking outside of the box. So with a big goal in front of you, you start to think of ways that you can achieve it, right? You'll get creative. You'll start thinking of things that you didn't even necessarily think about before. And then lastly, business planning puts your subconscious mind into action. It definitely puts your subconscious into work, right? So once you start thinking about what you want to do, what you want to achieve, how you're going to go through and do it, your subconscious goes through and it does the work for you. It starts working on problems that you didn't even know existed. So that's why I always tell the ladies who are in my membership, the best ideas come to me when I'm on the treadmill, because I've gone through and I've done my planning and I'm not even thinking about business at the time. I'm thinking about how I'm going to lose these next 5 pounds because I'm going on a cruise next week and I need to look good in that bathing suit. And then guess what? Ideas just flowing to me. They just flowing to me. And that's why that they flow to you, is because we put a plan in process. And our subconscious mind is going to go through and do the work for us. So that's why planning is super important, you guys. Just 3 tips there on why planning is essential. All right, so what is the purpose of planning, Troy? You talking all of this mess about planning. Why do I even need to do it? All right, cool. Let's get into it. So the purpose of planning is to make decisions about the future of your business. We are creating plans that are going to allow us to go through and get that vision that we see. A lot of us see brick and mortar storefronts. A lot of us see ourselves in million-dollar houses, right? But we're not going to get there unless we have a plan in space in order for us to get to those things, right? So the purpose of a business plan, you guys, is to document those decisions that can have you and put you into the right direction. You cannot be successful without proper planning. It's no work around it, right? So when you properly plan, it's going to allow you to establish your strategy. When you properly plan, it's going to allow you to set strategic objectives. When you properly plan, it's going to allow you to allocate your resources. And it's going to allow you to understand what you should not do, right? Every single time I launch a campaign, I learn something from it. I look at my plan and I'm like, did we go as scheduled? Sometimes we go as scheduled. Sometimes I follow the plan and the plan didn't work. And that's okay too, right? Plans are meant for you to learn from as well. All right, so one thing I really want all of you guys to know, write this down in the biggest font that you can have on your computer, in your handwriting. Your business plan is a live document. Let's start thinking about it that way. Your business plan is a live document. At this point, I hope you guys have seen the importance of a business plan. And I want you guys to keep in mind that your business plan is a living document. It is not set in stone. You can change it at any time. Remember that the plan itself isn't the end goal. The execution is, right? So we can create business plans all day, but if we don't execute what we put on the business plan, guess what? None of it really matters. So we want to start thinking of our business plans as live documents. All right, so this is my favorite part of tonight's session. I am going to be explaining to you guys the different types of plans when it relates to business, and also the different strategies as it relates to business as well. So we'll be going through that tonight. So first things first, I really need everyone to understand the difference between plans versus strategies before we get any further, right? So without a plan, a strategy cannot even be created or executed. A plan comes first and a strategy comes after, right? So when I'm planning something, I can be strategic based upon what I want to do, what actions I need to take after the plan has been created, right? So we have to start looking at the strategies that we're creating as action plans. And I'll be giving you guys some more information on strategies as well and how to create those. So a strategy is going to be your action plan. The plan itself is just the plan, right? So this is going to identify what you need to do in order to meet one or more of your business's goals and objectives. So a strategy needs to be detailed. A strategy is when we're going to go through and put a timeline together for the execution. A plan might be, okay, I want to go through and hit 100 followers on Instagram. A plan might be, I want to get 100,000, I want to make $100,000 from this campaign. The strategy is going to be outlining how are we going to get to those goals. That's going to be the difference between the plan versus the strategy, right? So strategies only include information about how your goals and objectives are going to be accomplished. This is why you need a plan. So if you go through and try to do a strategy without the plan, how are you going to even know what goals it is that you're going to need to go through and make, right? So a plan is going to explain into detail how the strategies will be executed. It's going to identify what activities or what tasks need to be executed. It's going to outline who does what according to roles and responsibilities if you have a team. It's also going to let you know when things need to be done, so that way you have a schedule for any of your activities and your tasks. And it's also going to tell you how you'll ensure things get done on time and also within your budget. So everyone with me, give me a 1 in the chat if you like, Troyia, I understand the difference between plans versus strategies. All right, perfect. Let's move forward, y'all. So we're going to be going through and breaking down the different types of plans, right? So it is essential that you have not only an annual plan, you need a quarterly plan, and you also need a monthly plan. Everyone write that down. We need 3 different plans. So right now, we are preparing you guys to make your 2023 plan, your quarterly plan, and then at the end or mid-December, we need to be making our monthly plan for January. And I'll give you an entire schedule based upon when all of these plans need to be completed. So quarterly planning, you guys, is going to focus on goal setting actions for 3 time periods out of the 4 times per physical year, right? So often focusing on shorter goals is going to allow you to achieve it in lesser time. So annual planning is going to focus on your goals, goal setting in general. For that way, that 12-month period, 1 time per year. Often focuses on long-term goals, and it's meant to be achieved in a shorter time period. So that's going to be the difference between your annual goals and your quarterly goals. So let's break it down just a little bit further so we understand what goes inside of these different plans. So when it comes to our annual plan, this is just going to be a holistic overview of what we want to accomplish the year. This should not be in heavy detail. We're just really writing down all of the goals that we want to achieve for the year. How many Instagram followers do we want towards the end of the year? How much revenue do we want to generate towards the end of the year? By the end of the year, are we trying to get a brick and mortar storefront? By the end of the year, are we trying to invest in, branded packaging? By the end of the year, do we want to work with influencers? What is our goal that we want to make by December 31st, 2023? That's just going to give us a holistic overview, right? So this is an overview of your business plan for the entire year. Your annual plan is set to map out what your brand's goals are and the expectations are for the coming year. So this is going to help you visualize where you are headed and how you're going to get there. Your annual plan is going to identify all of your long-term goals. It's going to help guide you to how you're going to be able to reach these targets. Next, you guys have your quarterly plan. What do we want to go through and accomplish in 3 months? This needs to be a lot more specific than the actual annual plan, right? So over the next 3 months, how am I going to go through and break that down? So if I know that I want to get 100,000 subscribers on 100,000 followers on Instagram, I need to divide that by 4 and figure out how many subscribers or followers I need to get in those 3 months. And then we're going to take that same information and we're going to put that into our monthly plan. Sometimes we have these, I feel like the problem with a lot of us is we create a year plan or a year goal, but we don't create smaller tidbit goals in between. And then we're going through and we're hustling and bustling towards November, December, because we're looking at the goals we set back in January and we like, dang, I'm nowhere even close to hitting my goals. But if we put it down into smaller chunks, it'll allow us to hit it a lot faster, right? So your quarterly plan is going to be your annual plan, basically broken down into 4 quarters. Your quarter is going to be every 3 months per a company's financial planning calendar. So quarters are identified as Q1 being January, February, and March. Q2 is April, May, and June. Q3 is July, August, and September. And then you have Q4, which is October, November, and December. Those are going to be the 4 quarters of every single year. And then what is a monthly plan? A monthly plan is basically your quarterly plan broken down into 30 days. So this plan needs to be the most specific, but it doesn't need to be as specific as your strategy. We're not talking about how we're going to do it. We're just breaking down the annual plan into something that we can kind of take a chunk at in a month's time period. Everybody with me? All right, perfect. All right, so it's important to note that every annual, quarterly, and monthly plan also requires an annual, quarterly, and monthly strategy. So we need to have strategies in order to match these plans. Some strategies you don't, but for the most part, we want to make sure that we outline this as well. And I'm going to be showing you guys what strategies need to go with what plans. All right, so we're going to be talking about the different types of plans, the different types of strategies that you need to have every year, every quarter, and every month. It's going to sound like a lot, but I promise you it is not as bad as it seems. It's not that bad. So I recommend that you create a high-level annual plan before the beginning of every year. So you guys are right on track. So congratulations to every 135 of you guys. I am super proud of you because you're jump-starting your year on the right foot, and I'm super excited about that. So you need to make sure that you begin the year with the plan already created. We're not creating a Q1 plan in Q1. I'm not creating a Q2 plan in Q2. I need to create that before the quarter, before the year, and before the month. And I'll give you a schedule shortly where as to when all of those things need to be completed. So taking the time to plan and execute is where you're going to see growth. This is where you're going to see profits, right? You do not want to go through and start your year without the plans. And do not let this intimidate you guys. Let's jump into the different types of plans and strategies in a timeline as to when these things should go through and be completed. All right, so I know this look crazy, but this is a breakdown of all the different plans that I recommend new business owners to have. This is all of them. So get your pen, get your paper ready. Go through and let's write these down, especially those of you guys who are not in VIP. You guys won't be getting this presentation again or the replay. So let's write them down, right? So you're going to have your business plan. Your business plan is a document that's going to identify into detail your company's objectives and the plans, how it's going to go through and achieve your goals, right? So that's going to be every year, every quarter, and every month. We're going to have a business plan. Next, we're going to have our marketing and sales strategy, right? So this strategy is for reaching, engaging, and converting our target audience into profitable customers. We're going to have a marketing sales strategy every year, every quarter, and every month. Every year, I might have a smaller annual marketing and sales strategy where I'm really just outlining my just general evergreen marketing strategies. Those of you guys who don't know what evergreen is, this is just going to be things that you're going to do on a day-to-day, right? So every day I'm going to post on Instagram. Every day I'm going to interact with my customers on social media. That's not going to be inclusive of what you're going to do when you have a special campaign. And we'll talk about campaigns on Wednesday. You're going to have that every year, every quarter, and every month. Next is going to be your content and social media strategy. Yes, content and social media is a part of marketing, but since we're e-commerce business owners, we have to take it a step further. We need to have a content and marketing strategy every quarter and every month. So your social media and your content strategy is where you're going to do all of your planning, all of your creation, and then the execution of content that you're going to share on all of your social media platforms. And we want to make sure that these things are relevant for our audience as well. Next is going to be your campaign strategy. You guys will get a template for your campaign strategy on Wednesday. Those of you guys who are VIP, you guys already have it inside of your workbook. So your campaign strategy is going to be used to plan and to organize the strategic activities that you're going to use to promote a specific company goal, right? So for example, if I'm trying to launch a campaign for Valentine's Day, there needs to be a goal there other than I want to launch something for Valentine's Day because I want to be included in the Valentine's Day noise. What is the goal? What is the strategy, right? If I want to launch something for Black Friday, I'm not just participating in Black Friday because I want to get some sales. What is the goal, right? The goal doesn't always have to be sales. So we have to start thinking about it that way. We need to have a campaign strategy every year, every quarter, and every month. And then lastly, the ones that I recommend is going to be a customer attraction strategy. How are we going to attract our customers? And we're going to use this plan in order to attract them and to retain them. And we're going to just do a customer attraction strategy every month. One customer attraction strategy per month. How are we going to attract our customers? And how are we going to retain our customers? And I know I'm looking at some of y'all down below and y'all look like, ooh, girl, this is a lot. And yes, it is. Ask yourself this one question that I ask myself every time I'm lazy. How bad do you want it? Every time I feel like getting up off this desk to go lay in my bed because I work from home, I ask myself, Troyia, how bad do you want it, right? And these are the things that are going to take you from, like I showed you guys, my $36,000 a year to this year, we're probably going to hit probably 350, right? And that is what's going to take you from those things, is making sure we have an action plan set in place. So there are some additional strategies that you guys can go through and do too. You can do a pricing strategy if you want. You can create a growth strategy if you want. You can do a differentiation or a unique value proposition strategy. Those are additional. You don't have to go through and do those things. I think that this is a really great way to start if you've never created a plan or strategy before. All right, so let's move forward. So this is a map out. If you guys are general admission, please screenshot this. This is a map out of when every strategy should be completed. So business plans need to be completed the November of every year. So you guys are right on track. November of every year, you need to have your business plan completed. Quarterly, every February, May, August, and November for every quarter. And monthly, the second week of every month. When it comes to your marketing strategy, you need to have that completed every November. And then also quarterly, every February, May, August, and November of every following quarter. And then you also have your monthly marketing and sales strategy. You're going to complete this the second week of every single month. And then you also have your content and social media strategy. You're going to have that completed, like I said, every February, May, August, and November of every month, and the second week of every month as well, and so on and so forth. Awesome, awesome. Is this helpful for you guys? I went through and just mapped it out and made it easier for you on when these strategies need to be completed. Nika said she thought she needed one business plan and she was done. Oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And like I said, you guys, don't make this intimidating. It does not have to be 20 pages. That's not what I'm asking you to do here. It could be one page for every single one of these. One page. And I'm going to be talking to you guys tomorrow about how to create a one-page marketing plan. I'm super excited for tomorrow. Tomorrow is my favorite day, y'all. We're going to be talking all about 2023 marketing trends and predictions and content trends and predictions. And I'll be giving you guys a one-page marketing plan that you'll be able to use for your marketing strategy. All right, let's get into it. So we're going to be talking next about understanding the quarterly planning system. Anybody here have never heard of quarters before as it relates to business? If you've never heard of business quarters before, let me know inside of the chat. Be honest, let me know. It is okay. You are here to learn. Kathy, can you go on mute for me, please?
I thought I was on mute.
Awesome, awesome. Never heard of them until now. All right, let's get into it. So, you guys, a quarterly planning system splits up the year into 3-month periods for a business's financial year. It just makes it really easy for you to plan out your strategies and set quarterly goals for the year. How quarters kind of like came about is because businesses needed a better way in order to track their finances. And people have just gone through and ran with it as far as planning purposes. So super excited to teach you guys about the quarterly planning system. So this is a breakdown of all the quarters and what we should be doing per quarter. Sorry about the screen, y'all. I think we're getting hacked or something. That happens ever so often. So quarter one, right? So quarter one starts off the year. We all pumped up. We've gone through. We've created, our business plan. We've gone through and we've noticed all the goals that we want to go through and do. And in these months, it is essential for us to figure out our goals. And this is a really good opportunity for you to try things that are new. One thing I would tell you guys, just as someone who's experienced in e-commerce, Q1 is the slowest month of the year. It's slow. So if you're getting very, very little sales in Q1, it is not only you, sis, it is everybody in e-com, right? The reason why is because Q4 is the busiest, especially for those of us who are consumers. We're shopping, it's Thanksgiving. Not only is it Thanksgiving, people go crazy for Halloween, then you have Christmas, and you have New Year's. After that, guess what? We ain't got no money to buy nothing, right? We're trying to rejuvenate for Q2, right? So Q1 is slow, and that is okay. So if you guys are launching in Q1, that is fine. Go through and launch. However, please know that it might be a slow start, right? So next is going to be Q2. So launching a campaign in Q1 isn't advised. No, launching a campaign in Q1 is awesome because that's going to give you more traction. So if you don't launch one and you're expecting sales, how are you going to get the sales? We have to go through and up our game in Q1 so that way we can go through and try to get that momentum. So Q2 is going to be April, May, and June. This is when your plans from the previous year begin to take shape, right? So similar to how I just told you guys, Q1 is super slow. By the time Q2 comes, things should be going through and be getting a little bit more momentum. So these spring months are going to be where people are beginning to be outside. People are traveling a lot more, so they're spending a lot more money. They've gone through and replenished their bank account, right? So it's going to be time for them to go through and do some shopping. So businesses need to buckle down during these months and really solidify their plans to really make sure that we optimize and maximize our customer spending. Next is going to be Q3. So this is going to be July, August, September. This is the peak. And this is known as the really leading season of back to school season. People are spending money in Q3 and people are spending money in Q4. These are going to be the top seasons for you. Candace said tax time too. Yes, tax time is going to be around Q1. So people are going to be spending closer to Q2 though. All right, so Q3 is going to be back to school season, right? So this is going to be where you're going to see a lot more traffic on your site, right? People are doing travel. It's also wedding season, back to school season. People are spending a lot more money on outdoor activities in order to grow, their closets, their wardrobes, whatever it is that they're trying to go through and do. And then lastly, you have Q4. This is going to wrap up the year. You have October, November, and December. Q4 consists of the largest amount of consumer spending just due to the holiday season. So this is a really good time to use any of the leftover money that you have within your business to spend on anything in addition, right? So you might want to go through and do some campaigns or anything along those lines. You guys, my inbox for my YouTube channel is going crazy right now with sponsor posts, because these larger companies have so much budget that they didn't use all year long that they're trying to push out influencer marketing like no other, because they have to use all of that money before the top of the year, right? So that is the breakdown of all the quarters. Was this helpful for you guys? Let me know inside of the chat. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, y'all, we are right on schedule, and I love that for us. So I'm going to break down to you guys the 5-step framework for creating your one-page quarterly plan. So we're going to be talking about intentions. We're going to be talking about budgets. We're going to be talking about your target audience. We're going to be talking about your unique value proposition. And then we're going to be talking about your strengths and weaknesses, AKA your SWOT analysis. All right, so this is the 5-step framework, you guys, for creating your one-page quarterly plan. Step 1, you need to get real clear on your intentions for the year. My Launch 360 ladies know this as the PGO method: the purpose, the goal, and the objective. What is the purpose of the year? What is our goals for the year? And what is our objectives for the year? We need to map that out first. After that, we have to figure out what is our budget for the year. How much money do we want to spend on our business for this year? I know that this could be really difficult for us to think about, especially as smaller business owners, and we're taking this out of our own personal money. So maybe start small. Maybe just map it out of what you want to do during Q1, or just during 1 month. You can do that as well. Number 3 is probably the most important. Y'all know I preach about target audience all the time, because if you don't know who you're targeting, none of the rest of these things matter, right? So who are we serving? What is our target audience? I always recommend at least 3 buyer personas. Your 3 buyer personas are going to be one person that is identified in that larger target audience. And we'll talk about target audience a little bit more tomorrow. Step 4 is going to be our unique value proposition. What value are we giving our audience that is going to be difficult for them to find in other brands? Not impossible, but difficult, right? So we want to start thinking about that. And then lastly is going to be our strengths and weaknesses. What are the strengths that we have as a CEO? What are the weaknesses that we have as a CEO? What are the strengths that we have within the business? And what are the weaknesses we have within the business? Those are going to be 4 separate strengths and weaknesses, or 2 sets rather. Because just in case, some of your strengths might turn into a weakness. Some of your weaknesses might turn into a strength. So we need to identify those as well. So this is going to be your one-page quarterly plan that I want each and every one of you guys to go through and map out as well. So this is your homework. I am super excited for y'all homework. So I want you to do, number 1 is to identify your intentions for 2023. What is your purpose, right? Why are we creating this business? And I am here to tell you, if you are creating the business just to make money, you are probably going to quit very soon, right? It has to be more than just money, right? What is the business's purpose? What are our goals? What are our personal goals? And what are the goals that we want to reach when it comes to our brands? And then what are our objectives, right? What are the objectives of the business as well? And then also, you guys, in a planner, I want you to start filling out those dates that I gave you and put those as placeholders inside of all of your planners. So I want you to go through and start putting those as placeholders. So when the date comes and it's looking real shaky, we want to go through and identify that too. Next is going to be number 3 is you need to complete your one-page business plan. And then lastly, you need to go through and complete your one-page quarterly plan. Those of you guys who are not in VIP, you can still get access to the business plan by clicking the link in our Instagram bio, and it will show you the business plan. Let me see. Someone's requesting the dates again. I'll show you guys. So these are the dates. Make sure you go through and screenshot that. Tahira said she sells planners, y'all. So reach out to her for your planner needs. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it. All right. So this is another screenshot of your homework. If you guys want to go through and tackle that as well, make sure you go through and do that. Where can VIPs find the replays and the templates? They'll be emailed to you every single day. All right, let's see. Oh, Tiffany, thank you for that. I didn't know that you could do that. All right, cool. So this is your homework, you guys. Super excited about that. So I know you guys came to this boot camp because you're trying to build structured businesses, right? You're trying to build organic businesses. You're tired of spinning your wheels. You're tired of being out here wasting money, right? You're trying to build a business that really attracts customers without having to spend money on ads, right? It's very hard when you're trying to spend money on ads and do all of these things in order to get your business the exposure that you want. Right? And I know that you guys also showed up to this boot camp because you're trying to launch, grow, and scale your businesses, right? Without being overwhelmed with all the crazy processes and procedures as it relates to legals and taxes and back-end organizations and all this planning. And I know you guys are really fed up and you're ready to launch. You're ready to grow an e-commerce business of your dreams in an organized and structured way. And to be honest, it really takes most people anywhere between 2 to 4 years to build a brand that gets consistent sales and engagement. And if you guys are ready for a shortcut, let me know inside the chat. Y'all like, Troyia, I'm ready for the shortcut. How are you able to make $250,000 your first year of entrepreneurship? I'm ready to quit my 9 to 5. These folks is driving me crazy. Give me a 1 in the chat if that is you. Give me a 1. Give me a 1. Give me a 1. All right. All right. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Sade said she been ready. I know that's right. Awesome. 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 So super excited to share a shortcut with you guys, right? So I know a lot of you guys are here over here on the left, and this is where you want to be, right? So I know that you don't necessarily know the steps of planning. That's why you're here today. You want to understand the steps of planning, what to do before and after, right? You're falling into the same traps that are blocking your growth and keeping you stuck and stagnant in an income plateau, right? You're waiting and wasting your precious money on products that don't even fit your target audience, right? You're throwing money down the drain on ads, trying to get influencers and brand ambassadors because you have no idea what it is that you're doing. And you're trying to jump into entrepreneurship without adequately understanding the skills that you need in order to sustain during the tough times. So what you want is you really want to make sure that you have a checklist and a plan that outlines your business's operations, your strategies, your metrics. You want to learn to use methods to help you build a brand that consistently sees sales and value. You desire to know the ins and the outs of knowing who your target audience is to purchase the best-selling products. And you like to master marketing, right? You're really, really ready to build a healthy relationship with your audience. And lastly, you really want to gain the authentic entrepreneur skills that you need in order to build your brand and to leave your 9 to 5. And that is exactly why I'm super excited to introduce you guys the Launch 360 Accelerator Program 2.0. It is here. I'm super excited to take you guys from idea to execution by helping you launch a 5-figure e-commerce business in the next 12 weeks or less. This is the same framework that most of my successful customers and clients have gone through and used, and I'm excited to share that information with you guys. So meet Alexandra. Alexandra is here on the call, and I am going to let her talk to you guys about her journey. Alex, go ahead and take yourself off of mute.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, girl.
I thought it was tomorrow. Okay. My journey. Well, when I started, hold on. Let me lower Coco Melon in the background. Sorry. Okay. So when I initially was interested in Launch 360, it's kind of funny because I sent an email. I was like, I already launched and I don't want to start all over because I feel like I know like some of it, but not all of it. I'm not sure if it's for me because I already started like starting all over. I was like, yeah, no, I don't want to do that. I kind of know what I want to do. So I sent an email. I'm pretty sure it's Tiffany that responded to me. Hey, Tiffany. But basically, Launch 360 is literally a step-by-step guide of every single thing you need to launch. I don't want to say perfectly because it really is based off of your execution. Like you have to do the work, but it is a step-by-step guide of everything you need to launch. And though I already launched, I kind of paused during the summer while I was in Launch 360 to like really hone in on what I needed. And now it's like so much clarity. It's just, and it was so much like aha moments that I don't want to say makes you feel stupid, but it's just like, wow, aha, like duh. It's like literally the guideline that you need to start your business successfully, let's say, every single step. And so far, it's working. So you're on mute, Troyia.
Oh, y'all, I've been talking. So I said, thank you so much, Alex, for sharing that. So like Alex said, like when she first joined into the program, one thing about Alexandra that I really love is that she is not afraid to ask some questions. When I tell y'all, this is an insider between me and her, but Alexandra is always in my business, always. She is always going to ask me what my revenue is. She's going to always ask me, how did I do X, Y, and Z? What was the process of doing X, Y, and Z? And I really appreciate her for doing that because sis got her money's worth, okay? She always asks 1,001 questions. And that's one thing that I really appreciate from her. So thank you so much, Alex, for sharing your experience in the program. So like I said, you guys, Launch 360 is now open for enrollment. If you are having a really difficult time going through and launching your business, make sure you guys take advantage of the program and also take advantage of our special offer that I'll share with you guys in just a second. So inside of the program, you guys, we are going to have 12 modules, right? So we're going to start with mindset. Next, we're going to jump into legals, finances, taxes, trademarks. We're going to be talking about niche and research. We'll be talking about target audience thereafter. And in between target audience, y'all, we decided to add something a little different. So we do have a masterclass, a mastermind that we'll be having in Atlanta, Georgia during the, when is it, Tiffany? January 14th, the week of Martin Luther King Day. January 14th is where we will have our mastermind in Atlanta, Georgia. So you guys can come through and learn all that it is about all the previous modules that we've already gone over. Next, we'll have one about a module about business branding. We'll have 2 modules on sales and marketing. And then we'll also go through and have an entire masterclass or modules on launch campaigns. We'll have an entire module on social media, content creation, and then we'll wrap up our last module with Shopify. So super excited about the changes that we've made since 1.0 to jumping into 2.0 for our next opening for 360. So in addition to all of that excitingness that's going on, I am super excited to announce that we will be taking over Carnival Cruise Lines. And yes, this is included in your package. Yes. So you'll be able to join us on the Carnival Cruise Lines. You guys will be able to join the 1.0 cohort. They'll be on there, and we'll be inviting a couple other people if there's room. We're only accepting 50 people, but we're only accepting 30 people into the program. So I'm super excited about it. Essence is here. LaShauna is here. Andrea's here. They've already went through and signed up for the program. So it's going to be a blast. So a couple of things that we'll have inside of the cruise as well is that we'll be going through and we'll be retreating, we'll be reviving, we'll be relaxing. There'll be learning sessions on the boat. This will be a 5-day cruise. And I didn't tell the ladies this yet, but guess where we're going? We're going to Jamaica. So the cruise is to Jamaica. So it is out of Miami, Florida. You guys will be leaving out of. So I'm super excited about that too. And yes, that is included inside of your package. The cruise, you just have to provide your own transportation to and from the port. So if you guys are interested, it is a 48 hours. You guys have the next 48 hours. I actually extended it. I didn't update it on the presentation. You guys have until Wednesday at 11:59 to get $1,000 off of the program. So you can use your scholarship voucher in order to go through and use that towards your investment. And you guys can sign up today by going to www.launch360accelerator.com. And if you decide to join us within the next 24 hours, you have the opportunity to unlock a one-on-one coaching session with me in addition to the 2 that you'll already get. So when you're signing up for the program, you'll get 2 coaching sessions. But if you sign up within the next 24 hours, I'll go ahead and throw in an extra bonus one in there for you. And like I said, you have until Wednesday at 11:59 to take advantage of this offer.
I'm learning. I'm definitely learning a lot.
And here's a testimonial from Dee Dee.
Had it not been for this mentorship program, even for Launch 360, I would have been setting myself up for failure. So I am so blessed that I was so blessed to come across your YouTube almost a year ago.
Yeah. Why do you feel like it would have been like a failure if you didn't join the program?
Because half the stuff you have taught me, I would have never ran across, or even if I did, I wouldn't know how to put it together. I didn't know which piece go where and when. So yeah.
Awesome. So that was a testimonial from Dee Dee. Y'all, I love me some Dee Dee. Dee Dee be a little shy sometimes, but we're going to get her out of that. So we just decided to play a small clip from one of our sessions. So this is what you guys get for joining the program, you guys. You get the 5-figure e-commerce launch checklist. You'll get 24-hour support from me and my team inside of Mighty Networks. You guys will be able to unlock 2 45-minute one-on-one coaching sessions. You'll get 12-month access into the Hustleaholics Anonymous monthly membership. So outside of the program, we have an entire membership that meets every single week, multiple times a week. We have book club. We have a hustle work session, which is co-working sessions. Bi-weekly, we do master classes. We have guest speakers that come in every week so often. And then you guys will also be able to get plug and play templates that go along with every single module. You'll get weekly group strategy calls every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. You'll also be able to unlock the Her Hustle Retreat Cruise, which is a 5-day. I need to go through and update this. A 5-day launch live experience, including all of your food and also all of your lodging. And then you also get to come to the Atlanta Mastermind with us, where we'll be going through and making sure that you are on track. So I'm super excited about it. As you guys can see, we only have 24 spots left. We've already had 6 ladies going through and sign up before we've released the program. So super excited about that. So like I said, that's a $20,000 value. That is super valuable. Y'all, I have spent some money on coaching programs, and I promise you they've never been like this before. So y'all are real spoiled out here in these streets. So the investment is $4,997. However, I am taking some coins off for you guys. So with the scholarship, you'll be able to save $3,000. You'll be able to only pay $3,997. And those of you guys who are joining us for VIP, we're going to refund you the $47 you spent on your VIP ticket. And if you decide to join us as in your general admission right now, we'll go through and upgrade you to VIP for the next 2 days inside of the boot camp. So just go through, sign up, shoot us an email. We'll make sure we take care of that on the back end. So here's just a breakdown of the cost. With the scholarship, you'll be able to save $1,000. Without, you won't be able to save it. And here's just a breakdown, you guys, of the monthly payments. Enrollment, you guys, is going to end on November 7th. And the opportunity for you to take advantage of the scholarship ends on Wednesday night. You guys also have the opportunity, since you're joining us here live, to bypass the application. So you won't have to fill out the application in order to join us. We do deny people for joining us just if we see that they're not ready for the investment, or if we see that they're not ready to go through and join the program. And here's just another screenshot of the investment options. We have the scholarship for only $3,997, and that includes a plethora of so much information. And the price is going up next year, y'all. I can't be giving y'all all this for that low of a price. You get a whole mastermind, a cruise, and also 12 weeks of full access to us. And you get to go through and keep all of the modules at a lifetime, as long as the platform still does exist. And that's it, you guys. As soon as you go through and sign up, you'll be invited to go through and join us on Mighty Networks. And even if you join now, you'll be able to see all the past modules from 1.0. So that gives you a really great opportunity to go join in and really get a clear idea as to everything that we do inside of the program. Do you have any other beneficial programs at a lower price or lower payments? Not currently. Not currently. So that is it, you guys. That is it. That is it. I am super excited to announce that Launch 360 is open. Shout out to all the ladies who've already joined us. Andrea's in here. We got Nika. She's an alumni. You guys will be hearing from her later on in the week. Tina's in here. Who else is an alumni? Dee Dee. We have Louisa. Who else? Super excited to see all of you guys join us for the program there as well. I am willing to answer questions for the next 5 minutes or so, because we have another VIP call with the VIP ladies for Q&A. So if anyone has any questions on the program, feel free to let me know now. If you're in VIP, you can just ask me during our VIP session and I'll answer some there. But if you're general and you have questions on the program, feel free to let me know now. You can just take yourself off of mute. I'm laughing at Tina, y'all.
I'm just saying, y'all want to jump in. I know you said be quiet because you got to record it. I get it. But I'm just saying, if y'all ain't in the VIP group, Launch 360, y'all want to jump in, because listen, this would be a game changer of a lifetime. Do not cheat yourself. Make sure you treat yourself. But I'm going to tell you now, the second Launch 360 ain't going to be nothing like the first one.
I am crying. The reason she's saying that, you guys, is they have the most special bond like I've never seen it before. I've been in several coaching programs, but the way that these ladies bond, it is It is insane. They have a group chat that they're talking in every single day, all day. Tina's in there telling jokes, and they're just helping each other build their brands and their businesses. And that's what it's all about, is making sure that you have ladies who have like minds that you're able to connect with, because entrepreneurship is lonely, but it doesn't have to be, right? So super excited about that too. All right. How much is the cruise separately? The cruise is first come, first serve for Launch 360 only, because we want to make sure that we are retreating, and I'm treating the ladies to something that they work super hard for. So we only probably have 5 spots for people who are outside of the program, because we want to keep the cruise very intimate. So we only have 50 spots. There's about 15 ladies in 360, and we're only taking 3 ladies inside of 360 currently. So there will probably be a very limited amount of spots. So just to make sure, if you want to get a spot on the cruise, you definitely want to make sure you join 360. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Anyone else have any other questions before we hop off for VIP? All right, ladies. So super excited about that. I'll be making more mentions about the program throughout the next few days. If you are on the fence about it and you would like to talk to me about the program, feel free to shoot us an email. We'll send you the link so that way you can book a discovery call with me on either Thursday or Friday. And I'm open to chatting with you for about 10-15 minutes to see if there is a way for you to go through and join. So make sure you shoot us an email. I'm open to doing some discovery calls to see if you are interested in the program. It's not a coaching call. We just want to see if you're interested in joining us for the program. You'll have plenty of coaching throughout the program as well. All right, ladies. So VIP, I'll see you guys inside of the previous VIP link for Q&A. Other than that, I'll see you guys later. This has been an amazing day 1 session. I hope you learned a lot, and I'm expecting all of you guys to do your homework. See you shortly.